Hello and welcome to Absolute Trust Talk. This is our video podcast here at Absolute Trust Counsel, and I'm Kirsten Howe, the managing attorney in the law firm. And today we're going to do one of my favorite types of episodes, which is a celebrity estate planning mistakes episode. We're going to be talking about Jimmy Buffett's estate. Jimmy Buffett was a songwriter and recording artist. He had a lot of famous songs. Margaritaville, probably the most famous, back in the 70s, 80s, long time ago. But I remember them well. Anyway, he passed away last year and left an estate that's estimated to be worth about $275 million to his wife, Jane Buffett, for her benefit, $275 million to her in a trust. He left it in a trust, so he did not leave it to her outright. It's in an irrevocable trust now. And Jane and another gentleman named Richard Mozenter were named as co-trustees of this trust for Jane's benefit. And they are not getting along. What a surprise. So what happened last week, why we're talking about it today, what happened is Richard Mozenter filed a lawsuit against Jane in Florida. Presumably that's where Jane lives, alleging that, she has been difficult. She's stood in the way of getting things done. She's made it impossible for the trustee, meaning the two of them together, to do their job. She's been uncooperative and asking that she be removed as a co-trustee. And also, Jane Buffett filed a lawsuit in California, presumably because that's where Richard Mozenter is located, basically asking for the same thing, asking that he be removed as her co-trustee. She made some slightly different allegations, but hers were more along the lines of, he's not sharing information with me. I still don't know what the financials are. And also, she has made some claims that the assets are not productive enough. In other words, he's not giving her enough money out of this trust. I read that she had been told that her annual income from this trust was going to be about $2 million, which, I could pretty easily live off $2 million a year. And I suspect most of my listeners also could. But two things. She's been a very wealthy woman for a lot of years, and maybe $2 million isn't enough to cover her lifestyle, the lifestyle to which she's become accustomed, the lifestyle that I'm sure her husband would want her to continue to have. And the other thing is, when you think about $275 million, and that's all the income they can produce is $2 million a year, there's something not quite right there. But anyway, those kinds of complaints about there's not enough income, that's really Jane as a beneficiary complaining. The stuff where she's saying he's not sharing information with me, we aren't getting along, it's difficult, things aren't happening, that is a co-trustee complaint. So I think there's a couple of things going on with Jane's complaint. But the bottom line is, and here's the lesson, this is why we're here today talking about them. Co-trustees can be a very, very bad idea. I would say maybe 25% of the time, new clients will come in and we're doing their planning and they'll say, well, can I name two people to be trustee? And my response is, yes, you can. It's legal, but it can be very problematic because when people are co-trustees, they have to do everything together and they have to make every decision together. They have to agree. And when they get to a point where they can't agree on something or they're not getting along, their recourse is to go to court and get a judge to sort it all out. It can be very difficult and there's no need for it. Just name one person that will do the job They're not going to procrastinate. They're going to be honest. They're going to do the right thing. Name one person. So I don't know what the outcome here is going to be. We've got two competing lawsuits in two different jurisdictions, basically asking for the same thing, to remove a co-trustee. I don't know which one's going to win, or maybe they'll both lose. Maybe the end result is that another person will be the trustee. We will keep watching, and we'll keep you up to date as things happen. But just take this lesson. It's serious. Don't name co-trustees. It can be a very bad idea. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned a little bit. I hope you take it to heart and keep it in mind when you're doing your own planning. Thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to connecting with you next time.